So let's work with this story now. A triangle ABC is given to me and it's an isosceles triangle, or that AB is equal to AC. So AB is equal to AC. And it is given to me that AD is an angle bisector for angle CA, and let's call this point P. So AD is the angle bisector for angle CAP, or the exterior angle A. So I know these two sides are equal. AD is the angle bisector for the exterior angle A, and it is given to me that AB is parallel to CD. So this much information is given to me. There is a triangle, isosceles triangle ABC. AB is equal to AC. AD is the angle bisector for the exterior angle A, or angle CAP, and it is given to me that CD is parallel to AB. You have to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. You already know that two opposite sides are parallel to each other. So if you can prove this is parallel to this, your job will be done. Now let's start working on this. Two sides of the triangle are equal to each other. That means the opposite angle also will be equal to each other. So if this is angle X, this is also going to be angle X. And if I think for a minute of angle CAP, which is the exterior angle of this triangle, exterior angle is the sum of the opposite angles. That means CAP is equal to 2x. Now if I think of angle CAD, I know it is going to be half of angle CAP. Why is that? Because I know AD is the angle bisector and these angles are equal to each other. So angle CAD is going to be half of 2x. That means this is going to be x. Now if I look at line AD and line BC and think of AC as a transversal, the alternate interior angles in a Z shape are equal to each other. That means line AD is parallel to line BC also. AD is parallel to BC, and your job is done. AB was parallel to CD, and now you have AD is parallel to BC. That means the opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel to each other, and therefore ABCD is a parallelogram. So this is the story given to us, that lines L and M are parallel lines and P is the transversal cutting across them at points A and C. Now AD is the angle bisector for angle CAS. That means this angle bisected, you get angle AD. AB is the angle bisector for angle PAC. That means this angle bisected, you get these two angles. And the same story works here. All of these AB, AD, CB and CD are angle bisectors. You want to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. Not only that, you also want to prove that it is a rectangle. So how will we go about doing that? So let's start working on the process. What do I know about parallels? What do I know about a transversal across a parallel line? The alternate interior angles are going to be equal to each other. So angle PAC, write it down somewhere. Angle PAC is equal to ACR. This and this are equal to each other, is equal to angle ACR. Now if I think of angle BAC is going to be half of angle PAC. Why? Because AB is an angle bisector. So whatever this angle was got divided into two equal parts. So this part is going to be half of the big part, right? So angle BAC is equal to half of angle PAC, and I just said angle PAC is equal to ACR. That means, can I also say that angle BAC is equal to half of angle ACR? And now if I think for a minute of angle ACD is also half of angle ACR. Angle BAC is half of angle ACR. Angle ACD is also equal to half of angle ACR. That means they are equal to each other. That means this angle, now forget this story for a minute, is equal to this angle. Forget this also. Now think for a second These two are alternate interior angles. This is the transversal and this is the parallel line that we are talking about, BA and CD. So this is the transversal and the alternate interior angles are equal. That proves that BA is parallel to CD. When the lines are parallel, the transversal creates alternate interior angles which are equal to each other. If the alternate interior angles are equal to each other, the lines are going to be parallel. So now I know BA is parallel to CD. I can very much run the same process here. Angle QCA is equal to angle CAS. This angle is equal to this angle. Alternate interior angles, these are the two parallel lines. So angle QCA is equal to angle CAS. Angle CAS. Same theory again. If I think of angle BCA, this is going to be half of this big angle because this is an angle bisector. So angle BCA, very much the same story that we did earlier, is going to be half of angle QCA or half of angle CAS because QCA was the same as CAS. And now if I think of angle DAC, this is also half of CAS. That means these angles are equal to each other. Now think of AD extended if you want to, and BC has two parallel lines and this as the transversal. Again you have alternate interior angles equal to each other. Forget this if you want to. Forget all of this. These are the parallel lines and this is the transversal. The alternate interior angles are equal to each other. So I can also say that AD is parallel to BC. So my job of proving that ABCD is a parallelogram is definitely done. Now I also wanted to prove that this is a rectangle or at least one of the angles is 90 degrees. So how do I go about doing that? Let me clean this up a little. Let me just focus on this part of the story. This angle and this angle together create 180 degrees, right? Let me call this as angle 1 and this as angle 2. So angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees. And let me call this part A and let me call this part B. So angle A plus angle B is what I want to figure out. Angle A is half of angle 1, so half of angle 1. Angle B is half of angle 2, 1 by 2 of angle 2. Why is that? Because these were the angle bisectors. So A is half of angle 1, B is half of angle 2. I wanted to add them. I take the half common out. What do I get? Half of angle 1 plus angle 2. And I just showed that angle 1 plus angle 2 is 180 degrees. So half of 180 degrees is going to give you 90 degrees. That means this angle created was 90 degrees. And you knew that, extend the story, and you knew this was a rectangle. If one of the angles is 90 degree, all angles are going to be 90 degrees, something that you can prove fairly easily. Or my job is done. I have proved that the figure created by the angle bisectors is going to be a parallelogram, not only a parallelogram but a rectangle at that. So let's work with this problem now, and a very common and a very popular problem, that the angle bisectors of a parallelogram create a rectangle. So this is what I want to prove. It is given to me that ABCD is a parallelogram. That very quickly means AB is parallel to CD as well as AC is parallel to BD. In fact, you can also prove that the opposite sides are equal to each other, but we will not be doing that for now. And it is given to me that CS is the angle bisector for angle ACD. Similarly, AS is the angle bisector for angle CAD. So let me now focus for a minute on triangle ACS. That means I want to forget everything else. I am focusing on triangle AC and S. Now this angle ACS, I am writing down everything right now. But again, as we move ahead in the journey, in fact, as you move ahead in the journey, you can do a lot of this stuff verbally and visually. You may not even need to write equations because it is quite visible to you. So for example, in in non-formal language, this angle is half of this angle. But to communicate it more effectively, we write down everything. So angle ACS is equal to half of angle ACD. Half of angle ACD. So this is one piece of information for me. Similarly, angle SAC is equal to half of angle BAC. Not only that, I know this big angle and this big angle, angle A and angle C, add up to 180 degrees. Why? Because think of two parallel lines. This is the transversal. I know the sum of the interior angles on the same side of the transversal is going to be 180 degrees. So I know angle BAC, this angle, and angle ACD plus angle ACD is going to be 180 degrees. So similarly, if I think of my smaller angles, my angles like ACS, angle ACS plus angle CAS, if this is what I want to figure out, and I know angle ACS is equal to half of angle ACD, and I know angle ACS is half of angle ACD, so half of angle ACD, and angle CAS or angle SAC, they are the same angle, is equal to half of angle BAC. And I just now looked at angle BAC and angle ACD give me 180 degrees. So if I take the half common out, just like we did in the previous question, I get angle ACD plus angle BAC. I know this to be 180 degrees. That means angle ACS plus angle CAS is half of 180 degrees or 90 degrees. Sum of these two angles, angle X, this one and this one, is going to be 90 degrees. And you know, sum of all the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. If the sum of these two is 90 degrees, this is also going to be 90 degrees. And if this is 90 degrees, this is also going to be 90 degrees. Why is that? Because these are vertically opposite angles. So I can prove that angle, this was S, angle QSP is going to be 90 degrees. I can follow the same process here because the same logic will work out. Big angle B plus big angle D is going to be 180 degrees. That means half of angle B plus half of angle D is going to be 90 degrees. That means this is also going to be 90 degrees. That means this is also going to be 90 degrees. And the same process can be continued to work at angle CQP. I will think of this I will think of triangle CDQ. And once again, this angle is going to be half of this angle. This angle is going to be half of this angle. I know these two angles are going to add up to 180 degrees. That means half of these two angles is going to be 90 degrees. Again, in a triangle, the sum is 180 degrees. 90 degrees is gone. So this is also going to be 90 degrees. And then the same process can be worked out at this point also. So now you have a quadrilateral. That it is a quadrilateral was visible to you because there were four points involved. And you know all the angles are 90 degrees. So definitely it is also going to be a parallelogram as well as a rectangle. So it is quite clear to me now.